we are grateful for Turkey's cooperation against ISIL to include now use of some of their bases for coalition aircraft to go against targets, ISIL targets, particularly in Syria. So we're grateful for that support. So separate and distinct from that, Turkey has continued to come under attack by PKK terrorists, and we recognize their right to defend themselves against those attacks. And it was in retaliation for recent attacks by the PKK that Turkey conducted these most recent strikes.
That these are related, and that the United States, he's saying that there was no...
I understand the coincidence of all of this, but it is just that. The attacks against the PKK were in retaliations for attacks the Turks, endured. And what they're doing against ISIL in Syria, I'll let them speak to. But obviously, we welcome all coalition members' efforts against ISIL, particularly in Syria.
Or solely in retaliation for the attacks on them, and
Right.
are going to stop. And secondly, I mean, how...
First of all, is it over now? I don't know. That's a question that you have to ask Turkish officials. They retaliated against the PKK for strikes that they received from PKK terrorists. We have long recognized the PKK as a foreign terrorist organization, and we recognize Turkey's right to defend itself against this group. So is it over now? I don't know. I mean, and that's really not a question that we can answer from this podium.
So that before the USA agreed to the peace process with Turkey, are you helping them in the...
Two, does it hinder the fight against ISIL? What we're trying to focus on here is a coalition to go after ISIL, counter ISIL. I recognize that in some cases the PKK have fought against ISIL, but they are a foreign terrorist organization. We've designated them that as a FTO. And our fight against ISIL is not in cooperation with, coordination with, or communication with the PKK. Our fight against ISIL is with 62 other nations in this coalition.